Hi everybody, I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Pat Cavlin here with just a look at what's going on at the coast at the moment. We talked about yesterday and this morning that the coastal spots will be the main target for any rain today, and you can see it is really coming down. In fact, Galveston right now under a flash flood warning. This does include parts of the city for just torrential nonstop training downpours and thunderstorms. So as we get in for a closer look, you can see in the last 2 hours this band of heavy rain has just not stopped across the island, and you can actually start to see some more redevelopment out towards the Gulf of Mexico. And that redevelopment, give me 1 second here, that redevelopment that's happening along this corridor means that it's going to keep moving over the same locations over and over again. And so that's where flooding becomes a big concern, is when you get these rain bands that set up over one area and just don't stop. So somewhat of a serious situation for areas just to the west and south of downtown. But if this starts to nudge a little farther north, could see some big issues in the Strand for the city itself. Getting in for a closer look again, flash flood warning. This goes until noon at the moment. They may extend it if this band doesn't break down, but you can see even heavy rain along the Strand, getting down towards Seawall Boulevard. But the worst of it has really been in this area. So pretty much from where the airport is and points down towards the south and west. And then it really cuts off fast once you get down towards places like Jamaica Beach. There's a live look right now, right there at Seawall Boulevard. You can see the darker clouds there towards the right-hand side of the screen. So again, we're looking out towards, this is south, this is to the south, and then down that way is to the south and west. So that's the direction where the worst of the rain is, the heavier rain bands. It's not blinding rain at this camera shot here with Pleasure Pier, but again, we're kind of in and out of it in this part of Galveston. This specific camera view is not under that flash flood warning. But again, if that band starts to move a little farther north, we could see some big problems here. We go to our neighborhood weather network. These rain totals are unbelievable. Driftwood Lane coming in at 4 1/4 inches of rain, and a lot of that has fallen in just the last 2 hours. Bernardo de Galvez Avenue, over 3 1/2 inches of rain. Tuna Street, so getting out towards the east side of the island, only 2 1/4 inches. So you can see a 2-inch difference here in a span of, like, I don't know what, 1 or 2 miles, probably 2 or 3 miles from Tuna Street to Driftwood Lane. So a pretty tight gradient there in who's seeing the heaviest rain and who's seeing some lighter totals. Duval Street coming in at 3.58, almost 3.6 inches of rain. So some really big totals that have just happened in the last hour to 2 hours down on the island. Farther north, still in Galveston County, but up towards the Santa Fe area, we're starting to see the rain totals stack up here as well. And it's that same band that's moving onshore, but it's becoming a little more diffuse, so it's not as focused. So the rain totals are a little more spread out here, but still Cherry Street 1 1/3 inches, Avenue J 1 1/4 inches. For Sale Lane, that's in the Lago Mar subdivision, almost 1 1/2 inches of rain. So some pretty good totals up here as well. But it's funny because you look at the downtown picture. If you're watching us from Houston, the sun is out. I'm looking out the windows right here at our studios. We do have sunshine. It's a partly cloudy to mostly cloudy sky, but we're dry. And that's because that rain cuts off right here at the Beltway. So places like Sugar Land seeing some rain, out towards Lockridge, Alvin, and then going down 288 towards Angleton. You're seeing that rain right now, but it's not as focused as it is on the island. So we're in and out of downpours in places like Mission Bend, out towards Katy, Sugar Land, Richmond, Rosenberg, as you get into Siena. And then it's really staying to the south of the Beltway at the moment. So Hobby maybe seeing a couple light showers, but most areas in and around Harris County are dry. Farther south, Alvin, Santa Fe, where we just showed you those rain totals. Again, it's all the same band coming in from the Gulf, but it fans out. So it becomes a little more diffuse instead of a focused fire hose of rain, which is what we're seeing here on the island. So part of downtown is included in that flash flood warning. As you get to the east end, it's not as bad at the moment, but again, if we start to see this drift farther north, and that could cause some issues. 56,000 people, though, included in this flash flood warning. That does include part of the causeway there, so road conditions are going to be really bad. We are likely going to see some street flooding down there if it's not already happening. So this rain continuing here, at least probably for the next 30 minutes to an hour, and that flash flood warning goes all the way till noon. We're going to be talking about this coming up today on KHOU 11 News at noon, and of course later today on the 411. But at noon we'll have an update on this, and of course if anything more significant happens before then, we'll jump here online to bring you the latest. But that's what's going on right now. Stay safe, and remember, if you come across a flooded roadway, don't drive through it. You don't want to ruin your car. So that's what we got for you here. We'll see you later on TV at noon.